Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mo and today I will be talking about some of my bookish pet peeves. I will be saying them, ranking them from like most annoying to least annoying. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. So my first bookish pet peeve is when authors write way too many details to describe. It could be a person, it could be a place, but when there's like way too many details, you kind of like lose me in the story because I don't really care that much. I think there's a balance between describing something well and then overdoing it. But that book, where the crawdads sing.
Now why am I in it?
And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown
did
in
it because you
stuff?
never
I ain't even did
apologized.
I heard it was really good, but like 1/3 of the book is like just the swamp and the agriculture and the foliage and the animals, and I don't care about that literally at all. So I just don't want to read that book, and it could definitely be a good book, but I probably will not read that because I don't want to read something with too many details. Like once you tell me, okay, my max that I want something described is like 1 page, and really you could do that in like 1 or 2 paragraphs. That's just me though. I'm not a linguist, I'm not a writer, but as a reader, that's what I want to see. So my next pet peeve is when people talk to me when I'm trying to read. I'm someone that needs like either really complete silence or low music or ambiance. Like I like listening to classical music, I like listening to lo-fi music, stuff like that. I don't need things that have words because then I'll start focusing on the song and listening to the song. I noticed that a lot of people that I watch on YouTube, they listen to book playlists, and I want to know how y'all do that because I'm not someone that can watch a show or watch a movie and have it on in the background while I'm reading. I just can't do that. I don't know. If I could, I definitely would make more time for all of my hobbies, but I literally have to like zone in on a book. Yeah, I tried to do that for Legendborn, but the playlist was eating. It was eating down. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this later because I can't do this right now. Okay, so the next pet peeve is when people dog ear and break the spines on my books. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you do to your books, but literally I want you to return my books how they were given to you. And at this point in my life, that might be subject to change. But at this point in my life, I don't want any of my books to look like they've been read. Like unless I get it from a used bookstore, because I do shop at like a lot of independent bookstores in my hometown. I don't want it to look like it's been used, literally at all. Ooh, okay, so now we're getting into actual book things, like whenever I'm reading, and I'm reading mostly romance, so like the next 4 I think are specific to romance, I believe. But I literally hate when someone is describing, usually a male or whoever the love interest is, they are describing a smaller woman as like childlike or baby, but then they're interested in them in like a romantic way. Like they're literally describing them, but then they see them in a romantic lens. It literally is disgusting. I don't like it. And especially when I've read like some age gap things, I don't want to read any age gap romance with like a heterosexual couple where the heroine is younger than 22. Because most of the time, they make the older man like 35 plus or 40. What is he doing with a 19-year-old? I read Birthday Girl and I was like, she's literally half your age, 19 and 38. She's your son's age. She's your son's girlfriend. Like, no. I grew up in like a semi-strict household, so my mama literally did not play when it came to like spending that over friends' houses. She was like, I need to meet them, they need to come over here, I need to see something, you can't just spend the night. Like people got funny things going on. And as soon as I got a phone, she was like, if anything look crazy, you call me, I'm coming to get you. Like that's how I was raised. And I was always like, dang, like I can't go see my friends, like what's going on? But you never know what people are like in their household, because like literally these are people's fathers that are looking at young girls, young people, and it's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. Like, I can talk about this all day. Like, I just don't like pedophiles. I don't like creeps. I don't like none of that shit. Like, I don't play that shit at all. I personally think that they should get the chair, or at the very least be buried underneath the prison. Ooh, okay, so I don't like whenever there's like a breakup scene in the last 10 to 20%, and then the author is just like rushing to resolve the conflict. Like, do we really need to do this? Like 60, 50%, 70% even is kind of fine, but the last 10, 20 in a romance. Okay, so I don't like fake dating when it doesn't make any sense. Like fake dating is literally one of the tropes that I kind of fuck with it. I like fake dating a lot, and I hate whenever it just literally does not make any sense. I definitely have more leniency for young adults because those are children, but in adult books, they're literally adults. Like, why the hell are you fake dating somebody? It needs to make sense. Like, I needs to make sense. Like, there's so many books. It's like whenever I talk about things, I can't remember exact like examples, but there are definitely books that I've read where I'm like, why did y'all fake date? Oh, also, this is an announcement. For all you hoes that don't like whenever I do hour-long videos, here you go. Here's a short video. I hope y'all eat it up because I'm feeding you. I'm feeding you. I'm a mother. No drama. Ooh. I don't even have any explanation for this, but I really do not like all smut, no plot. My ideal ratio, if you're just gonna only want to do smut, I would like at least 30% to be dedicated to a plot. Like, I need some tension. I need some build-up. I need to feel it. You know what I mean? And like, if you literally just met and you're like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with them, and then the next scene is y'all tying each other up and fucking. Okay, this one is kind of in between. I just don't really like a lot of covers with people on them. Sometimes it just looks tacky to me, and there's like ways to do it pretty well. I just don't want to see like, okay, if you put a person on there, I don't want just their body. I don't want to see like washboard abs on the cover of my books. Like, it can look nice and all that. It can look pretty decent. But on my book, there's a time and a place. Not in front of my salad. A lot of books that I read, they look like they're romantic. So I don't really care when people know that I'm reading romance, but like, I don't want to have someone's body. I'm mostly just talking about like the naked men covers. That's really it. I don't really care if there's like someone's face for real, but I do prefer illustrated. Do y'all say animated or illustrated? I do prefer those covers better. I don't know. I'm just someone that loves animation and just like different art styles, so I think it's very cute. But those books, don't get it twisted. They look cute, but some of them be explicit. Okay, so this next one is actually very specific to one book series. It is when almost every book in the series kind of reads the same, like the characters. And I'm kind of in between on this one too, because I'm thinking about Dreamland Billionaire. I'm thinking about the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. I understand that they're brothers and they've been through the same similar things, but there's no individuality. Like, I understand, like, I'm a sibling, so I know that like sometimes when you grow up with someone, you like inherit the same mannerisms and stuff like that, and like you guys can sometimes talk the same because you have the same nature and environment. But the first two books, Declan and Rowan, they were just so mean. And Cal, I love Cal, but I think like literally because he was an alcoholic, that was, I don't know, I feel like he was a good person though without the alcohol. I don't know. I'm just gonna end this right here by saying I just don't like when you're reading a series and they sound the same. Okay, this is literally targeted at me. I hate that I cannot read multiple books at once. I can only read one book at a time, and sometimes one book will like put me in sort of a slump, and I'm like, damn, I haven't read a book in 5 days because I'm trying to work on this one. I also have a problem with not DNFing. So I feel like, oh, it could get better, it could get better. So basically, I'm just jealous of all y'all that can read like 5 books at a time. I don't know how you do it. Okay, so this is my last pet peeve. This is literally the least annoying thing to me. I'm not a grammar police, but I don't like when there is like bad proofreading to the point like, okay, I understand what the sentence was saying, but was it that hard to fix the word? You know, I don't know how many read-throughs there are and how many people look at things, but isn't that the point of an editor? It's just careless to me, and it gets on my nerves. And on top of this is the same pet peeve, but also when people use words or phrases more than 3 times in one book, it's like, okay, baby, let's pick up a thesaurus. There has to be another word. Like, I've written plenty of essays and papers, and I'm like, oh, blah, blah, word, synonym. It don't take that much. Like, that can really, when you do synonyms, though, sometimes it can really elevate it, and sometimes it can be like, okay, girl, no, you could just use this word. But, like, overusing a word can really get on my nerves. It's like, dang, is this the only word you know this week? And that's kind of mean, but this is literally the last pet peeve. It's not that deep. I'm not that mad when it happens, but I'm like kind of side-eyeing. Yeah, I'm side-eyeing. Okay, so that's all my pet peeves, but I wanted to end this video with some of the things, because I literally love reading. It's become my personality right now. Like, I love to read. I've been loving to read since I was like 4 or 5, and I want to talk about like 3 or 4 things that I really love. I could literally get more things that I love, but like I didn't feel like it. I don't want to use any more brain power. So I literally love the act of like getting lost in a book. Like, when a book is just so enrapturing and it's just taking everything from you. Like, no matter what's going on in your life, you don't know what is going on surrounding you, anything. The book is just like that good. That's like one of the best feelings in the world to me. Literally, people use 26 letters in the alphabet. English. I don't know about other alphabets, but 26 letters, and they make a masterpiece. And I do not take that for granted. Every time I read in a book, I'm like, wow, you did that. Because I couldn't do that. I don't think I'm a very creative person. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. You have a gift. You're talented. Ooh, this next one, I love the smell of paper. I love the smell of paper. I would like to have a candle that smells like paper, but the ones that I've smelled before, they don't really smell like it. And I don't think there's a way to really capture that smell because it's so like plain, but I just love the smell of paper. And then next, I really like seeing the progress that I've made in a book because I use bookmarks when I use physical books. And I just love seeing how far I've gotten. Like, wow, I really read that much. It makes me so happy and giddy. I have this much left of the book. I wonder what's gonna happen. Or, wow, I read this much and ain't nothing happened. It's just all, I love it. I love it. So this last thing that I really love is gonna be so niche. And I know someone out there understands what I'm saying. I've never really tried to vocalize this to anyone and no one's ever said this back to me. But I love the way people sound when they're sped up. Like audiobooks and even videos on YouTube. Almost every video that I watch on YouTube, I have it on 2x speed. And if the person actually already talks fast, I'll do like 1.75 or 1.5. But typically 2x speed. And when I read books, like on Libby, I'll do like 2.6 to 3. It just really depends on how slow they're talking. With fantasy, I don't know that I do that. I don't really think I've listened to a fantasy audiobook for real. I feel like fantasy, I need to slow it down so I can actually understand what's going on. But romance and literary fiction, I love it fast. And okay, so this is the niche part. I love the way it sounds because it sounds like so smooth. When people say things sped up, it's like, but it's like, I sound so insane right now. But it like scratches my brain real good. Something is right in the world when I listen to something sped up. It's amazing. And also I'm very like, I have a short attention span. I think I say that like every video. I just love when people get to the point. And that's crazy because I literally talk all day. Hello, my phone literally just stopped recording because I was talking way too much. This is the end of the video anyway, but that was rude. I just want to say thank y'all so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed this one and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.